let's do the exercises. The first question here is استخرج ما في الدرس من الظروف الزمان والمكان. So from the lessons you will search all the zarf that you know and the new zarf also that you have come across. You can make out a list and make for the zaman and the makan, like here I have done. And now you can see that in the zarf zaman it is mata. So this is it is a new one that you came across in this lesson. Qabla, you knew it before that, qabla, ba'da, fawqa, tahta and all. Qattu is a new one. Yawman also used as zarf sometimes. Ba'da, we knew this. I mean, it is the sometimes coming as a zarf. It's a new one. Then in the makan, amama, haythu, this is the new one. Tahta, we knew. Khalfa, we knew. Aina is the new one. Thammata, there. So it means there, showing you the place of the action being done there. So now let's see the next question is استخرج ما فيه من الظروف مبنية. Now you need to search from the lesson that is ظروف مبنية, that the new zarf that we learned that has come as a fixed structure. So let's see that. So in the second question, I mean, you need to extract from the lesson those zarf which are taking the place of zarf. We didn't knew about them. These are new zarf. They come as questioning tool, but sometimes they work as zarf also. So they are, nabat means they are representing the zarf. That is the mata, ams, aina, qattu, haythu that you learn all these new zarf in this lesson. The third question is and these are also the zarf which are made mabni on sukoon. Mata is made mabni on sukoon, ams is made mabni on kasra, and aina is made mabni on fatha. This one has been made qattu mabni on damma, and haythu also mabni on damma. Now here are some examples where you will see the zarf that are coming as a fixed structure. Baqaitu huna salasata ayyamin. Hunaka is telling you the place where the action of staying is done. Aina safarta hazihi sanata. So aina, this is the zarf and it is mabni made on fatha. Labithtu ba'ada. So here it's coming as a zarf and it is representing zarf actually. Labistu ba'ada yawmin. Sometime you stayed there for some days. Lam amkuth fiha tawilan. So here tawil is a normal noun, but here it is representing zarf. Means I did not stay there for a long time. So tawil does not mean tall or something else. Here it is working as a zarf, representing zarf, telling you a long time. So this is representing zarf, some words that represents zarf. Now let's see the fourth question. Let's do question number 4. Ayin dhuruf zaman wa makan, both of them, and we need to check in this sentences. Some of the answers I have given here. So let's first check these sentences. In the lahzatan, first zarf we come across, and it is nakira and mansoob, and it is singular, and it is explaining the time. Jalasa azwaru, the visitors. Indal mudiri. Inda means it is explaining the place here, and inda we have learned before also. Mudiri nisfa sa'atin. Nisfa is another this zarf used here to tell you the time. So we come across two zarf here. Kam sa'atan. So this is the new zarf we came across in this lesson. Actually, it is a questioning tool, but now it is playing the role of zarf and it is explaining time. كم ساعة بقي الجريح في المستشفى. So this means wounded. قف means stand. It is a command. حيث. So this is another zarf we came across in this lesson. لا يراك أحد, where you don't see anyone. أتسافر إلى الرياض هذا الشهر. So this is the zarf explaining the time. This is the place. So here hada is ism al-ishara, but sometimes it plays the role or can come as dharf, and it is now explaining the time. If one asks how does it explain time, if you see the meaning of the sentence, atusafiru ila riyadi hada shahr, means the questioner wants to know when did you travel to this city. So when did you, what time, which time of the year did you travel? So this is all question asking about the time. قبل الأذان. So this is the normal zarf. قبل الأذان ذهبت إلى المسجد أم بعد. So these two are common zarf that we learned before. قبل and بعد. This is for the time, and بعد can be used for time and place both. Sabartu tawilan. So this zarf you have come across in the lesson. Sabartu tawilan means I was patient for a very very long time. So it is explaining the time here. Nimta, you slept kullal layl. Kullal layl. So this is explaining whole night. So this is explaining the time actually. And now let's see. أساعتين نمت أم ثلاث ساعات. So what is the zarf here? Sa'atain. Sa'atain. Sa'atain is actually explaining the time here. Means did you sleep for 2 hours? This is a dual and it means 2 hours. Nimta, did you sleep for 2 hours or 3 hours? So sa'atain is a zarf explaining time. Aina makathta hadhihi al-mudda. So makathta, to stay. And what is the zarf here? A new zarf that we learned here. Questioning tool has come as a zarf. So aina means explaining you the place here. And let's see more of the examples and questions, inshallah. Let's do question number 5. Ayin, Dhuruf, Zaman, Makan. We need to do both of them in these ayahs from the Quran. So, Waja'u aba'ahum Aisha'an. So, here Aisha is telling you the time. Aisha is the particular time of a day. Wa banayna fawqakum. Fawqa. This is a normal zarf that you have learned before, and it is telling you the place. Sab'an shidada means 7 heavens. Qala rabbi inni da'awtu qawmi laylan wa nahara. So, this is Nuh alayhi salam complaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he called his people day and night. So this is telling you the time. وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ, whatever your nafs means yourself wants, مَاذَا تَكْسِبُ غَدًا. So taksib is earn, to earn in the morning. Ghadan is time. Waqila al-yawma. So this is the zarf. When this noun comes with fatha, know that it is a zarf. Nansakum. Waqila, it is said that al-yawma nansakum. You forgot. Nansa means you all forgot. Kama nasitum liqa'a yawmikum hadha. Likewise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to people, it is said, it is in the Quran, like it is said that Yawma, this Yawma is telling you about a particular day, that is the day of Qiyamah. Nansakum, I have forgotten you. How? Kama, likewise, nansitum, likewise you all forgot to meet this day on this day. You all forgot that you, one day on the day of Qiyamah you are meeting your Lord. Likewise, I have forgotten you all today. So this is a very strong ayah and warning to those who don't take heed from the Quran. Let's do question number 6. هذا ثلاثة جمل تحوي contains or has كل واحدة. In all the sentences there should be a number عدد نابة to represent a ظرف. The number should be acting as a ظرف. Let's see. أسافر ثلاثة أيام means I travel for 3 days, explaining how many days I have been traveling. مكثت, I stayed 5 سنوات, explaining the time I stayed for 5 years. مشيت 3 كيلومترات. So ثلاثة, how many? 3 kilometers. I traveled for 3 kilometers. Now, these are all examples of ظرف. Let's see the next question now. Let's do question number 7. هاتي ثلاث جمل تهوي كل واحدة منها اسم إشارة نابع عن الظرف. So it's the same question where you will use اسم الإشارة as ظرف, acting as ظرف. So here رجعت من السفر means I returned from the my travel. هذا الأسبوع. So this هذا is acting as ظرف here and it is telling you the time. سافرت إلى المصر هذه السنة. So this is also explaining about the time this year. أين كنت ذاك. ذاك and ذلك is both same. So أين كنت ذاك اليوم means where were you that day. So this is also telling you the time. Let's see the next question number 8. ادخل كل ظرف مما يأتي في جمل مفيدة. So you need to make all these ظرف, use all these ظرف in sentences. So I have just made 3 of them and you can make very easy sentences with all of them, like جلست خلف الباب, خرجت من الغرفة بعد الصلاة, حضرت في الفصل قبل اليوم. So it's very easy to make sentences with these ظرف. Now let's check the next question. Now starts the exercises on low. So we'll do exercises on how to use low and its jawab. أدخل لو. Now you need to enter لو على الجمل الآتية وغير ما يلزم. غير means to change wherever it's necessary. So where will you change here? And this is the answer actually after the slash. So you need to add what? Extra lam to the جواب. So now let's see. ضربني ذاك الولد. ضربته. So if you add لو in front of ضربني, ضربني, لو ضربني ذاك الولد ضربته لا ضربته. So you add la to the answer. And what is the meaning of this sentence? If that boy hits me, I will also hit him. So this is the jawab, that if he hits me, this is the condition, that if he hits me, I will also hit him. عرفت أن المدرس مسافر ما جئت. لو عرفت. So this is لو عرفت. If I knew that the teacher is traveling, ما جئت. So this is, you don't need to change anything in this jawab for low, because sometimes the jawab comes with the negative. So you don't need to put this extra lam with the jawab of low sentence. So this is a very used rarely, but still it comes. So here you don't need to add extra lam. تأخرت دقيقتين means I was late for by 2 minutes. فأتتني الطائرة. So he was late for 2 minutes and his plane came. فأتتني طائرة. So what will be the answer? لو. Now if I was late, if I had been late for 2 minutes, لا فأتتني الطائرة. So he could have missed his plane. سمعت تلاوة هذا القارئ. تلاوة means the recitation of this قارئ. So what will you put? لو سمعت. If you would have heard this recitation of this قارئ لبقيت. So it's very easy. قرأت هذه القصة ضحكت كثيرا. لو قرأت وقرأت هذه القصة لضحكت كثيرا means if I read this story to you, you could have laughed and laughed very much. عرفت أنه يكذب. لو عرفت, if I knew that he is lying, ما ساعدته means I would not have helped him. So there is a negative. We don't need to put extra lam here. And let's see here the last one actually. زادت درجاتي بنصف درجة. زادت درجاتي بنصف درجة. Now, لو زادت means if it was increased in its degree بنصف درجة, by half of its degree. نجحت لا نجحت بتقدير ممتاز means I would have been successful with excellence. So adding lam to لا نجحت, we could have been. So now let's see the second question. Let's do the questions here. أكمل ناقص في مايلي لو اجتهدت, if I would have worked hard ما رسبت, I wouldn't have failed. So this is with the ناقص ما negative. لو عرفت أنك تأتي إلى المدينة ما سافرت, if I would have known that you are coming I wouldn't have traveled. لو أكلت طعام الفاسد, the foul food or the food which is not good to eat, if I would have eaten that food لمرضت, um, I wouldn't have fall sick. Or akalta, I'm sorry there is a dam, but here you can put a fatha since you're talking to the second person. لو تأخرنا فاتتنا ركعة. So if I wasn't late for the salah لفاتتنا, I wouldn't have missed the rak'ah. And here ادخل لو في جملتين, one should be مثبتا means one should be positive, the other one should be منفيا with the negative one. لو زرتني أمس, if you would have visited me yesterday لا أكلت, I wouldn't have eaten that delicious food. لو عرفت أنك مريض, if I would have known that you are sick ما تأخرت means I wouldn't have been late for meeting you. So now let's see the next question. Here is a small explanation. Sometimes in Quran you see that qabla and ba'ada. You see these two zarf qabla and ba'ada sometimes with a dhamma over it. But as in grammar we have learned that qabla and ba'ada are zarf and they are always mansoob with fatha. But why do they come sometimes with a dhamma in the Quran? They are made with zarf with a fatha. Sometimes you will see dhamma over them just because they are built on dhamma when they are not in idafa. They come as a noun and they are not in an idafa structure. That's why when you don't see, like for example, if I give you qabla sa'ati, qabla as-sa'ati. So this is something, it is coming in an idafa, qabla sa'ati. So when it is an idafa, it comes as a zarf and with a fatha. So this is the recognition point that qabla is now acting as zarf. But sometimes you will see it coming as a dhamma, so you won't see this structure as idafa. Min qablu. So this is not an idafa structure and it is coming as a normal noun. So there is an example, same goes with the ba'd. Now, lillahi amru min qablu. So you see, this is not an idafa here, wa min ba'du. This is also not in an idafa. So this is an example where you can see the qabla and ba'd is coming as a normal noun. Tamarin Amma, this is general questions here. Hati Mudari Afal al Atiya. So these are the Mudari forms of all these past tense. And remember, you should know these are the 6-letter verbs, 5-letter. So you should know the rules of making the present tense. This is the double letter in between. So there are different rules making the present tense of different kind of past tense. This is the 3-letter triliteral verb here, and you have a weak letter in between. Then you have a double letter at the end. So this is all you have learned in previous Madina book. So istaqbal, yastaqbalu, ينتظر, يسافر, يساعد. Basically, the one with the alif in between, you have the same structure. يسافر, يساعد. The second last letter gets a kasra. يرحب, يمكث, يلبث, يكسب, يفوت, and يضر. So these are all the structures of fi'l mudari you have to learn in the Madina book. Previously, there are a lot of lessons here in this book where you will come across the learning this how to make the structure of the present tense. Question number 2, Hati Mufrad, Zuwar and Shidad. So Zuwar is Zair. Zuwar is Zair means the visitor and Shidad is Shadid. Hati Jama, Jarihun means the wounded and Nafs. So Jarha for the wounded and Nafus for Nafs, and there are two plurals, Anfus. Hati Dit means the opposite of the Nafa'a. And you need to make all the sentences with these words, Khalin, Jarih, Istiqbal, Darra, Sa'ad, to help, Fata, Rahib. So I've made some of them. هذا البيت خال نقل to move الجريح إلى المستشفى. Then استقبل المدرس في المطار. And I've made very simple sentences just to show you how words are used. And if you make sentences, try to make into simple, very simple short sentences. دارت المروحة عندما جلست تحتها. So means that the fan, I like it. It has like you don't like to sit under the fan whenever you sit under it. So the meaning of the sentence is this. So alhamdulillah, with this we come to the end of lesson number 12 in Madina book 3. Inshallah, I'll be back with another lesson. Till then, assalamu alaikum.